What builder gives you the best bang for your buck up here at Treeline by Hillwood, the newest community up and coming in the North Fort Worth area? I'm going to tell you about that next, so don't go anywhere. So what builder has the best bang for your buck here at Treeline by Hillwood? That's going to be D.R. Horton. D.R. Horton has built over 1 million homes. They are one of the nation's largest home builders, and they know how to do it right. So here they added more upgrades and more things into their homes for Hillwood, for Treeline, than anywhere else. I'm so excited to show you. I'm going to point them out in the model, all the different things that they have done that they haven't done anywhere else. So are you excited to go see this model? Let's go. Okay, so as we come in the front door, right here, this is going to be the garage. It's the sales office right now. Take a look at the hallway. All right, so off the very front, this right here, so this right here would be a wall, okay? You'd come in and you'd have a wall. And then right off here to the left are your first bedrooms. This is set up as an office right now, but this would be one of your first spare bedrooms, or it could be an office, depending on what you need. Let's check out the closet. All right. Got a long rod and we've got 2 short rods. Pretty nice. These doors are pretty solid too. I like these doors. Very nice. And your first full bath right here. Really nice tall ceilings there. Inset sink. And your second spare right here. And notice the little angle to the wall. I think that's really nice because your closet's in there. So let's turn around, see the rest of this room, what that looks like. Same closet, so I won't bore you with the details on that. And then notice you got a little cutout. You got a window here in the door. It's very nice. So when you move in, and I'll talk about this more, you're going to be able to get the programming for the home is connected. It's a whole smart home system. And these switches, I'm going to tell you more about that here in a minute, what all those entail and how cool they are actually. Let's check out the baseboard. Really nice detail on the baseboard. And this is where your garage you would open up from your garage. And you got your mudroom here. Lots of space right here, y'all. Lots of space. Okay, very, very nice. Moving along this hallway, you have a nice little hall closet here, coat closet, and you have your laundry. Isn't this nice? All your security, all your technology, and nice area here. Okay, so what's back here? I haven't seen this yet. Oh, wow. Let's check it out. Nice. You got a good little space in there. Nice storage space. I like it. I like it a lot. What do y'all think? Leave me a comment. All right, then we open up in here and we have a nice little buffet area, coffee bar, buffet area across from your kitchen. And these cabinets are 42-inch cabinets, which is another upgrade that's included in this community, 42-inch cabinets. And you got your appliances built in. Very, very nice, which means you have pots and pan drawers underneath your cooktop. This is a gas community, as you can see. Now this model does not have the trash pull-out, but in every other home that they're doing, this right here would end up being a trash pull-out. Those drawers would go away and your trash pull-out would be right there, which is really nice and convenient. Most people love to have that added feature. How about you? Have you ever had one? And what do you think? Here's your living area and your dining, all kind of open. These are 10-foot ceilings in here, 10 foot in the primary, which is back over there. And these homes are not gonna have a fireplace, but you know, most people these days don't care. But one thing you can do, if you say, you know what, I do want a fireplace, you can, if you're building, you can get the gas drop for that. You can get a gas drop. You can add your fireplace after you move in. You can get a gas drop for your patio as well, okay? So let's go check out the patio. Speaking of, let's check it out. Now in this community, which I've talked about before, they have this type of fencing. This color, they have it at Harvest and they have it at Pecan Square. For whatever reason, they love to do the fencing like that. Now, I'd like to know how many people like to have, you see this retaining wall here, how many people like the fact that this is really private? If you had a fence and a wall like that, some people do not like that at all, and some people love that. They love the fact that it is really, really private. So let me know in the comments, what do you like? This is bricked all the way around. That is another added feature that this sales consultant did for this community. She's been working for them for 19 years in many different communities, and she knows what works and what sells. So brick all the way around here. All right, so moving along, let's go upstairs. Let's see what we got upstairs. The open railing is a nice touch. Could be an upgrade, not sure. So we've seen 2 spare bedrooms downstairs. Now we come up to, this is the game room up here. Let's see if I can get around. Very nice. Little nook here for a desk or maybe a bookshelf, whatever you want to put there. And then you got a full bath upstairs and you've got another bedroom. This is a really good size, y'all. Really good sized bedroom. Closet, this is actually bigger than the ones downstairs, a little deeper, a little bigger. So big old game room, full bath up here, and a bedroom. And then as usual, we're gonna see the primary last. So let's go check it out. And then we'll come back and I'll talk about some details that I'm really excited to tell you about. Here is your primary on the back of the house. What do y'all think? I like it. I like it. What about you? And you've got vanities on either side. Okay, so this one's longer. It's got the little makeup room, makeup area. His and hers. You got your other vanity. And you got your garden tub and your shower. So how many of you don't ever use this? How many of you would not use it? Now, they have tankless water heaters here. So this can be used much more easily than the one I have because we don't have tankless. Nice big linen closet here. Another thing I don't have in my house. Maybe I should buy a new house. And you got your shower, very, very nice. You got your throne room in here. And this right here, it is set up as their design area, but this is the primary closet. This thing is huge, y'all. I don't know if you can tell how big it is, but it is really, really huge. This would be the primary closet. Absolutely huge. So let's talk about the design. Okay, so here we have our design choices. So there are color palettes basically, okay? And with these, the flooring that goes with it, okay? So this is one palette, okay? Cabinets that color, or the countertop that color, then the cabinets, and then your flooring. Then you have this one, same kind of thing. So this is what we have, we just saw, okay? It's got the little sparklies in it, and then the flooring is pretty much the same, okay? So it's like a porcelain tile, if y'all can, yeah, this is a porcelain tile, basically indestructible. Basically indestructible, okay? And then your backsplashes, okay? So these are your different choices on the backsplashes with these different palettes, okay? And then you get into some upgrades. So this that we saw throughout the house, this is this one right here. So it's a bigger plank, wider plank, okay? And then you've got that backsplash. And these are definitely some upgrades. So you have like, you know, the two-tone different cabinets, and then you have kind of a wood plank here. That would be what you're looking at on the flooring. So if you're building, you do have some choices, and I'll explain how that works. Here's something else I wanted to explain. Your Deako lighting. This is really, really cool. So when you move in, they'll get all this hooked up. You can buy it from Deako or Amazon. So you buy them, okay? Then you come to your panel where your switch is, and I have it undone so we can see. This just pops off. You use a credit card, something easy to pop that off. You pop that off, okay? Then you pull on this, and this comes out, okay? Then you just pop the one you bought in. Okay, what's important about that is what they used to have is you'd have an electrician come out and you'd have to change out all the switches. It would cost you a lot of extra money. You don't have to do that anymore. So I don't know of any other builder doing this. And this is really cool that they have this whole package. These are dimmer switches. This is the auto on and off, you know, it's the sensor. That's the word I'm thinking of, sensor. So the Deako lighting is a feature of this builder that everybody else doesn't have, okay? And I think that's really, really cool. So let's go back through here, check out the primary one more time. What do y'all think about this primary bath? I mean, this is really wide, lots of space here. You're not gonna bump into each other as you're getting ready in the morning. Plenty of space. Okay, so let's go talk some details about what makes this builder so special. Number one, they've built over 1 million homes. They are the biggest, if not one of the biggest, in the nation, okay? And so some of the things that make them different. First of all, right now, they have an incredible rate, okay? Incredible deals on interest rates. People are asking me all the time, what's going on with the interest rates? Well, if you are working with a builder, especially one like this one, you don't have to worry about that. You can take advantage of deals like that. Incredible deals. You've got the Home is Connected package. Once you move in, they'll come out. Once you get your internet, they're gonna help set all of this up that you can run through an app and control everything. So really, really cool. Then you have the insurance available. This is even cooler than all the other stuff in my opinion. So a lot of people, if you have a home, you know insurance right now is crazy high. But in this community, even the largest home, I want you to see that, $2,000 a year. Even with the largest home in this community, that's the insurance, home insurance that you would be paying for. And they have found most people, after they buy initially with this company, they stay with them for like 8 years because the rates are so good. Can't beat that with a stick. Here's another thing that I think is amazing about this community. Went ahead and took care of this because they knew that they listened to their customers and they said, this is what people want. This plan right here, which is the smallest plan, this plan is the only one with only 2 bathrooms. Every other plan has more bathrooms. This is the 3-bedroom, 2-bath, the baths with a 1952. And right now they have that one. Here, I'll show you. This is what they have building or on the ground. So they've got one right now for $414, y'all. $414. And the other one was sold. Okay, so under 420,000, 415, I mean under 415. Incredible, in a brand new community that's gonna have amazing amenities. So this is the only one that has the two bathrooms. And then also these things that look like options, they've been added, okay? They were already added. This one right here, cottonwood, and then the elm, and the hackberry, all of those have 3 full bathrooms. The only one that has 2.5 is the desert willow, okay? Every other 1-story has 3 full baths, which is absolutely amazing. And then you get into your 2 stories and you're looking at, you know, 3 baths, 4 baths. I mean, so incredible upgrades for prices that they have. It's just amazing, the value of this community, because it's just getting started that you are going to have. You know, here for instance, this has game room. It has another full bath. I mean, like I said, just know there's only one plan with only 2 bathrooms. Everything else is 2.5 or 3 or 4 bathrooms. So let me show this to you again. Here's what they have on the ground right now. Okay, so anywhere from under 415 to 480, 490, everything is under 500,000. Everything is under 500,000, okay? Just know that. You can't get that in their, number one, in their other communities, you can't get that, okay? And it's very hard to find that anywhere up here in the north part of Fort Worth. Here is the map, so I'll show you the big map. This is the map of what they're developing right now in Treeline. This is where D.R. Horton is in the community. This is the master plan. So this is the first phase. They're going to be developing 800 acres. So all of this is going to be developed. Okay, it's eventually going to be developed. And as far as the amenities, right now they are working on the pickleball courts. Those are going to be finished pretty soon, probably by summer. And the end of the year, they're going to have the main, if you can see that, the retreat, the pool, and all the main amenities. That's coming by the end of the year. Here is kind of a list and picture. The hideaway, the tree house, the retreat, the twig park, the grove, the lookout, the nook, the sky park. This is all about being out in nature here in Treeline. That is what they are developing. And if you know anything about the D.R. Horton communities, they do this up right. Here is the closer up map. Okay, so let me explain how they work. If you say, let's say you like the cottonwood plan, you know, I like the cottonwood, or let's say the mulberry. You're like, I like the mulberry, and I like maybe this elevation. What they're going to do is tell you on this map where that plan and that elevation can go, because they have a policy out here that you non-monotony policy, I think is what you called it, where you can't build the same thing next to each other. There has to be variety between builders and variety between elevations. They have to have that. So you pick like if you're building, you can pick the type of plan, and then they'll tell you where in here you could do that plan with that elevation because of that policy, you know, where they can place you, okay? So that may make a difference of which plan you want, which elevation you want, things like that. But you can, if you're building, there are upgrades you can do. You can add that gas plug, you can add some things. And here's another thing, I'll show this in the kitchen. In here, I forgot what corbel, I think is what she calls that. Has anybody ever heard that word? I had not. So normally you would have a sheetrock right here. Okay, so let me show you. Normally this would be a sheetrock painted, okay? But instead, what she is building right now will have it look like this with this extra extension onto the island. The ones that are over here on this list are gonna have that. And then if you build, it's gonna have that. So this is an upgrade that's already included in the price, which normally would cost a lot, to add this piece and to change this to the wood instead of the sheetrock. There are so many things that are included in here that would normally be an upgrade. And just one thing to think about. I want you to read that. The home you saw today and want to think about will sell today to the family who saw it yesterday and thought about it last night. So especially as you're looking at this, interest rates. Oh, I didn't look at this. I didn't look at the pantry. Hold on. Check out the pantry for you. Yes, good sized pantry. I went on a rabbit trail. As you are thinking about interest rates may be dropping, yes, okay. That's gonna bring out more buyers. More buyers means more competition. This place, like I said, is just getting started. Before you know it, it's gonna be sold out, especially if that happens. So let me know what you think about this home and this builder and this community. And if you think this is for you, you need to give me a call. Leave me a comment. I want to make sure I go over the current incentives, which I may or may not have done very well. So right now, move-in packs for all homes up to $10,000 towards options and upgrades, up to $10,000 in closing costs, plus the rates, plus the amazing rates they have over there. So these can be done different ways. You know, if you don't use them all on upgrades, it can go towards closing costs. So this is an amazing incentive. And as always, remember, these change all the time. Month to month, these are changing. Contact me. I know what's going on the ground. I have all the details and I have all the contacts to help you know exactly what they're offering at the time and help you understand what that means and what that means for you as far as prices off and things like that. So just wanted to make sure I went over this really, really well. So where I am right now, I am near where the retreat, the amenity center is going to be. And right over here, if you can see that, that is the pickleball courts going up right now. And so I'll pan this around. You can see behind me a few houses over there. There's some over here. That is how new this community is. So now's the time. I want to show you one of the amenities that's going up here at Treeline. This right here that I'm walking on is the lookout. And the lookout is overlooking the creek, which you can probably see behind me, right over there. and the trails that are right behind that. So the lookout is designed to look out onto nature, and it's one of the amenities that they are going to have. They're going to have a tree house, they're going to have the retreat, they're going to have pickleball courts, they're going to have the nook, the library. It goes on and on what they're going to create here as far as the amenities. First amenity, I think I said the pickleball courts are supposed to be done probably in the summer. The retreat, like the amenity center with the pool and everything, that's going to be probably the end of the year, but they're going to get the amenities up because they're Hillwood and they do it right. So excited for this community to get up and running. So thanks for coming and hanging out with me here at DR Horton in Treeline by Hillwood, the newest up and coming development that Hillwood has happening. Got to get in as soon as you can if you're looking, because you talk about appreciation, this is where you want to be at. So if you like the video, go ahead and like the video. That really helps me out. And if I can help you, details are below of how to reach me. Call and text is the best, and I can help represent you. I can help get you the best deal. And I know a whole lot about this area. I know a whole lot about the builders. So I'm the one you want to contact. So this is Elizabeth Oliva. This is the Fort Worth Home Tours. And until next time, when you come into town, I hope to show you around.